Hey guys, Eric here. Welcome back to my small but ever-growing channel. Channel solely dedicated to exposing tyranny and corruption in the Grand Isle County, Vermont Sheriff's Department. This is an update to the twin brothers, Blake and Brandon Allen, that you can see in my previous videos and the video covered by Lackluster. Got some major explosive updates today for you guys on them too. But our local paper, the 7 Days, covered the Allen brothers. Okay, I'm not gonna say what I think about their reporting so much, but I can tell you this: they made a editorial mistake when it comes to Stephen. He did get the citation dismissed. So that was editorial note for this article in the 7 Days. But if you don't remember the situation that happened with Steve, check this out. This is what was covered by Lackluster in January of last year.
Man, lately you've been giving us a lot of problems lately.
How am I giving you a problem?
And then the next time you sit by the road, you chum us up like we're your friend, but then we stop.
I'm not chumming anyone up and talking to Blake.
And you've done it to me too. So we seem to have, as long as we're not turning our blue lights on, we're cool. And the moment we turn our blue lights on, you cop an attitude.
I never said a problem. What's the...
Give me your license.
You're the only one with attitude right
Give me your license.
I don't have attitude. You'll know when I have an attitude, and I don't have that right now. Step to the front of this car.
When you see, go to the front of the car.
Why are you not listening?
I have been listening. You guys are being really...
We're not. We're being... Oh, well, I can tell you, we're treating you with respect and being fine with you.
How would you come up and grab me when I was just standing there?
Well, here's the deal. When you get pulled over by the police and the police tell you to do something when the blue lights are on, you get back in the car.
We don't have to listen.
You have to listen.
You're my servant.
No, we don't have to listen.
You have to listen to us.
You're not playing the...
I'm not playing, dude.
Yes,
we don't have...
exactly
I was out of my car when you pulled in. I was already out of my car going to get my mail.
Stop. We don't have to listen to you.
Yeah,
You're not
was.
Sit down. Sit down.
So what do you want from me?
Sit down on the bumper.
He's telling you what to do, so sit down.
Stop. Sit down.
Really?
No, what's really is you acting the way you're acting. We're sick of it. For 1 second, be
like
quiet while I talk to you. You want to come chum us up when we're not doing law enforcement, then you act like this, a raging jerk, and with your bike. Stop interrupting me and shut your mouth.
Car, tries to go inside, doesn't listen to anything.
No, we're sick of your crap and the way you act. We're sick of it. Don't come pulling up to us anymore and acting like we're friends, and then pull this shit on traffic stop. We're done. You understand me? Don't pull up next to us anymore because you're two different people. When the lights come on, you're my servant. You do what I say. Then when
that's not what I said.
Yes, it is.
You said I don't have to listen to you.
Let's just start the paperwork and get it going, and then we'll get it.
It's a two-way street.
It is, but when you are two-faced like you've been,
I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You're two-faced. You have your. Hey.
The sergeant on scene now adds to the gaslighting. First, by stopping the bully lecturer to ask for Stephen's license.
Hey.
You have your license?
Yeah, I was trying to get it, but I'm getting all roughed up.
We're not roughing you up.
Did you? Hey, over here.
The sergeant then directs Stephen to pay attention to him, and after having been repeatedly asked for his driver's license, Stephen turns to get it for Sergeant Allen.
Yeah, you are. You're two-faced.
Do you have your? Hey, you have your license?
Yeah, I was trying to get it, but I'm getting all roughed up.
We're not roughing you up.
Did you? Hey, over here, Mr. Bellows.
Sick of it. So I didn't tell you. Sit on the bumper. Listen, buddy.
Said you want the license.
Listen.
No, I'm
what fucking part of listen do you not understand?
What do you want me to do?
Did you not?
To listen.
I'm listening. What?
Keep your ass on the bumper and listen.
They tried walking away from you.
And he had a gun on him.
I was already out of the car before he pulled in.
But when I get out of the car and tell you,
and when I tell you to get back in your
car,
said, what's going on?
I told you you're getting pulled over. Get back in the car.
He's been escalating every time we've dealt with him
I'm
in the last month and a half.
How am I escalating?
Do you have a license on?
You remember them guys now, I hope. Anyway, since then, there's been a few incidences that we know of. One of them was covered recently by two of them were covered recently by the 7 Days, because this 74-year-old woman named Judith, on the 4th of July, had an interaction with Corporal Brandon Allen. Let's see what that looks like.
Pulling, stop your car! I'm giving you a lawful order. What part don't you understand?
Put it in park.
Put it in park now. Take your keys out. I'm about ready to charge you with gross negligent operation. You almost ran me over. Stop.
No, I didn't.
Give me your license right now.
You are out of
I'm not out of control. You are.
Who are you?
Corporal Allen with the sheriff's office. Get out of the car right now. Get out of the car.
Excuse me.
Get out of the car. You want to give an attitude and be that way? Get over
Don't
on the
touch
sidewalk.
me.
I can touch you.
Don't.
Go over here.
Now. Get on the sidewalk.
No, this is not good.
Yeah, it's not good. You almost ran me over, and I've already talked to you.
Can I-
Stop.
You don't
Be
want
quiet.
to hear my side of the story.
No, I'm
just witness. You almost just ran over the courtroom.
After I told you to leave your car there, you kept inching forward.
I
Stop.
moved back. I went into reverse.
Right now, I think I'm going to arrest you for gross negligent operation. You just almost ran me over. What is your problem today, ma'am?
I don't have a problem.
Yes, you
I
do.
was just-
You almost ran me
You
over.
want my answer? You asked me a question.
Then what's your answer? It better be a good one.
I'm going to tell you that we were aware of
Step
you.
back. 3 steps back now.
Oh,
I have zero tolerance for people like you that don't want to listen about run me over. I'm trying to make sure everyone's safe. You honked your horn, which is an illegal offense.
I didn't honk.
You
my
honked your horn.
No, I did not. I didn't honk my
And then you
horn.
almost ran me over.
I did not.
Yes, you did. I have witnesses. Do you want to go to jail today and then we can fight it in court?
I'd rather not.
This is absolutely ridiculous. And I told you to wait and you didn't. So you disobeyed a law enforcement officer.
I'm not going to.
I don't want to listen to what you have to say.
I know
You have
you don't.
zero chances.
I know you don't want
And
to
she wants to
listen to
fight. She almost just ran me over and has nothing but attitude. I took her from the car. She's.
Okay, I will stay with her. Go ahead and write her up.
This is ridiculous. And then she wants to make a complaint about me.
I didn't say that.
So, ma'am. So I'm looking at possibly charging you with gross negligent operation and possibly attempted murder for almost running me over and killing me today because you can't pay attention. So I'm going to be reviewing all of my stuff, speaking with the state's attorney. If he feels that there's enough, which I already know there is, I'd probably be tracking you down to arrest you. So,
I can be found right there.
huh?
I can be found right there at that address.
Okay. And I hope you smarten up. You're free to go. Go.
Okay. You Ellen boys have a good day.
How about you leave before you get arrested and shut your mouth?
Is that recorded?
Yeah.
And then you can get also multiple tickets, so we should just issue the tickets.
She's not even worth it. She can make a complaint anyways and then go to traffic court.
They charge her criminally.
Seems that Corporal Brandon Allen has a complex, not with just guys like Steven, but with 74-year-old women as well. Can you believe that? Attempted murder? Wow. Okay, so additionally to that, after that, he had an interaction with another woman named Natasha Ranville. Check out this interaction.
14 sounds. Attempting to stop a car, pulling on the Beacon Hill now, 702.
Attempting to stop a car on Beacon Hill, 702.
Stay by your truck, please. I've turned my blue lights on well before you went by me. Any reason why you didn't stop?
I'm feeling sick and I visit my clients, so I'm coming here to...
Stay put. You're not free to go. Well, maybe you shouldn't have been hauling ass coming down Route 2 and then...
I didn't know I was going to start feeling sick.
What kind of sick? Like you're going to throw up or you have to use the toilet? Well, is there even anybody here?
There usually is, they're my clients, so I really usually do this work out here. I'm sorry, I don't...
No, you don't, but you just basically didn't... Are they home for you to use the toilet?
No, I haven't knocked on the door yet.
So right now you're not free to go. So if you got to use the toilet, I'm going above and beyond what I'm supposed to be doing so you don't have an accident here. But this is ridiculous.
Not something I had planned on.
So in Corporal Allen Sheriff's Office, I'm stopping you for your speed coming down the road and then also not stopping for my blue lights.
I didn't see them.
I turned them on well before you even got to me.
I didn't know you were...
Stop
coming.
arguing with
I'm
me
not-
and go to the
excuse me.
bathroom.
I'm not arguing
Stop.
with you.
Go
I'm
to the
saying,
bathroom if you have to.
You were pointed in the other direction.
No.
I thought you were going
Stop.
after another
You're
car.
telling me that we can't do what I need to because you have to go to the bathroom and you're wasting time. Hey, you just whacked my hand.
Dude, I bracelet.
Dude, I'm not
touched
a
you.
dude. Stop. Stop.
Let go of me
Stop.
right now.
Stop right now.
Wow.
Need another unit. Stop. You hit my hand.
My bracelet
You
touched
hit my hand.
My bracelet touched you, and they have cameras here.
Go back to the car now.
No.
Yes. Then you're being detained.
You are ridiculous.
No, you are.
Not
Go back to your car.
Allens are.
Enough.
You're
14, did you copy?
And if I get sick, it's definitely all on you.
No, it's on you.
Because my bracelet touched you. I'm sorry.
No, you hit, and then
my bracelet went like that on you.
Stop.
You know what?
Stop. You're being aggressive. I need your license, registration, proof of insurance. If you didn't mean to hit me, one thing, but you hit me.
I did not. I went like this.
And you hit my wrist. I said you hit my wrist.
Going northbound or southbound?
We are on Beacon Hill Road.
I did
at
not
a residence.
hit your wrist. My bracelet touched
License,
you.
registration,
My
proof of
bracelet
insurance.
touched you.
It's on body camera.
I don't care.
License, registration.
Stop.
Stop. You are. Stop.
Because I was having an emergency.
And
I'm
I tried
sorry.
to work with you and said you wanted to
And
argue.
my bracelet touched you.
And then you wanted to argue.
And my bracelet touched you.
Give me your information.
I'm working on it there, Alan, sir.
It's enough of the attitude.
108, St. Albans.
Give you attitude the way you give me attitude.
Act like an adult and then you'll get treated. You're the one.
Who had to take
Stop.
shit? Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
You need to stop.
Possibly
I
two.
can't talk to
You
you.
need to stop.
I can't talk to you.
No, you're out of control and you need to stop.
Ridiculous. There's that.
No, you're ridiculous.
108, you need more units.
You need to stop. You're the one out of control. Stop. Put your hands on the truck so I can talk to my supervisor.
Do you want my license? You asked for it. I'm getting it for you.
So, she's... Hands on the truck. Now. Hands on the truck. Stop! Stop! Hands on the truck!
Wow, you guys!
You were asked to put your hands on the
Stop! Stop resisting! Stop resisting!
Because I have to take a shit.
No, stop resisting. She's
relax.
So I'll explain in a second once we get her under control. You are being detained at this point.
I get that. Because why?
Stop resisting. You're pulling away.
My bracelet touched him when I threw my hands up. And he got
relax.
mad and thought that I went to
No,
hit him.
just stop.
I have this.
You are being detained.
Because I was, oh my gosh. Because I had to go shit. And I still do. And I'm
Okay, stand right here,
I
man.
will.
Okay.
I will. My name is Natasha, by the way.
Seems like Corporal Brandon Allen's got some issues with his anger. Let's see what the professional said here that the 7 days sent this information to. And Mr. Dennis Kenny, a professor with the John Jay College of Criminal Justice in New York City. So Judith, the original 74-year-old, she filed the complaint with with the Vermont Criminal Justice Council. Okay, but they couldn't confirm or deny whether they got our complaint or not, or whether anything was happening with it or not. But anyway, Dennis Kenny from the John Jay College of Criminal Justice in New York City. He's worked for more than 35 years in law enforcement and in the realm of Florida police officer and director of research and planning in Georgia. Director of Research and Police Executive Research Forum. Let's see what he had to say. He managed to turn what should have been a minor, fairly innocent interaction into major events. My immediate reaction was, this guy has no business being in law enforcement. We couldn't agree with you more. Unfortunately, however, it is our belief that Brandon Allen now works for Border Patrol in Clinton County, New York, and lives in Champlain, New York. That is our belief. So the article goes on to read that Sheriff Ray Allen's wife, Connie Allen, served in the Grand Isle Sheriff's Department for 19 years, including 9 as sheriff. In 2011, Connie died by suicide, as was widely reported at the time. Weeks later, her husband, then deputy, was appointed sheriff. I talked about this in one of my last videos. I want to know if Sheriff Allen, Ray Allen, was ever actually officially placed in that position of office through election cycle. He might have since then, but officially at the beginning, I want to know what happened. I've contacted the Vermont State Archives Department, and they don't have any records of it. Nor do they have any records of their oaths of office, which is something I'm going to talk about now. One of the reasons I'm really desperately trying to get into the county clerk's office is because I want to obtain the oaths of office that are registered with the county. Why do I want to obtain them? Because by law, they are required to be bonded. Through the bond process, administrative remedy process is the only way, in my humble opinion, that we can get these people and hold them accountable, because their bond is a bond that is created. It's a surety that is created when they take their oath of office to the Constitution, to uphold the Constitution of the United States. We are a part in the state that they're in. We are a party to this agreement. Okay? So therefore, when they're not operating in a constitutional manner and against us, it is our duty to file a constitutional complaint against their bond. More about that right here. What is a surety bond? Surety bonds provide financial guarantees that bondholders, such as public officials, companies, contractors, or unions, will uphold their contracts according to mutual terms. Surety bonds protect we the people from fraud and malpractice. When a bondholder breaks a bond's terms, the harmed party can make a claim on the bond to recover losses. There are 3 parties included in a bond agreement. The bondholder, all elected public officials are required to be bonded, and they must sign an oath to uphold the Constitution of their state as well as the Constitution of the United States for America. Companies, contractors, and even unions are also required to have a surety bond. We the people, the community for whom the bondholder is obligated to serve. And then you have the surety bond company. This is the company that guarantees that the bondholder will serve the people. If the claim is filed against the bondholder, the surety bond company is responsible for accepting the claims, notifying the bondholder, demanding that the bondholder address the claim, and starting an investigation if the bondholder does not resolve or rectify the situation. The performance bond is the most common surety bond. This bond assures that the bondholder will perform and properly execute all the terms and conditions of an awarded contract, or to fulfill his or her duties to the public as specified. Public official bonds. The public official is a person who holds a position of official authority that is conferred by the state, city, county, or other municipality. They often hold a legislative, administrative, or judicial position of sorts, and is either elected or appointed. Relative to surety bonds, notary public are the most common public official. A public official bond which provides indemnity for failure of a public official to faithfully perform their duties while properly managing funds they might oversee for the term of their designation. What are the 2 common types of public official bonds? Public official bonds may serve different functions. Fidelity bonds and faithful performance bonds also states use fidelity bond and faithful performance bond interchangeably. There is a difference between fidelity coverage and faithful performance. So, you see, I've been very busy. Susan Bohannon, the county clerk that's been denying me access, I spoke about in my last video. I want to ask you guys to check that video out, because I've asked you to contact her. Be cordial, be respectful. Let her know that we will compel her to do her job. We want to review the records in her office maintained by her. So I sent an affidavit of truth with proofs of claim, sworn under penalties of perjury, and sent certified mailing. It's an administrative remedy process. That affidavit carries weight in law. She has 10 days to respond to it. If she doesn't, we file a motion to default with a motion to fault with opportunity to cure, then a default, and then we go from there. I'm going after their surety bonds. I feel like this is the only way. And I don't feel like the Grand Isle County Sheriff's Department or the Grand Isle County Clerk have registered bonds in the county clerk's office as they are mandated to by law. Vermont Statutes Online, Title 24, Municipal and County Government, Chapter 5, County Officers, Powers and Duties, Subchapter 5, Sheriffs, Section 291, bond, oath. Before entering upon the duties of his or her office, a sheriff shall become bound to the treasurer of the county in the sum of $100,000 with 2 or more sufficient sureties by way of recognizance before the 2 assistant judges in such county, or give a bond to the treasurer executed by such sheriff with sufficient sureties is like sum to be approved by the 2 assistant judges, conditioned for the faithful performance of his or her duties, and shall take the oath of office before one of the judges, who shall certify the same on the sheriff's commission. Such recognizance or bond and the commission shall be forthwith recorded in the office of the county clerk. In Vermont Statutes Online, Title 24, Municipal and County Government, Chapter 5, County Officers, Powers and Duties, Subchapter 2, County Clerks, Section 175, Bond to County. Before entering upon the duties of his or her office, a county clerk shall become bound to the county in the sum of $3,000 with sufficient sureties by way of recognizance before the assistant judges, or give a bond to the county executed by principal and sureties in like sum to be approved by the assistant judges, conditioned for the faithful performance of his or her duties. Such bonds of county clerks shall be taken biannually in the month of February and recorded in the office of the county clerk. Vermont Statutes Online, Title 24, Municipal and County Government, Chapter 5, County Officers, Powers and Duties, Subchapter 5, Sheriffs, Section 307, Deputy Sheriffs, Appointments and Revocation. A sheriff may appoint deputies who need not be legal residents of the state, one or more of whom shall be a woman. The duties of deputy sheriffs shall be the same as those imposed by law of the sheriffs and other peace officers in the enforcement of the criminal law. A deputy shall not perform an official act until his or her deputation and oath are filed for record in the office of the county clerk. A sheriff may dismiss a deputy and revoke his or her deputation. Such revocation shall be recorded in the office of the county clerk and shall take effect from the day of such record.
The oaths have to be obtained through the county clerk's office.
Because the oaths of office that you provided for me right here that I've already got, they fail to have the signature on file with the county. So I'm curious to know is if these officers actually were sworn into office. See right here, I have the documentation showing that the county clerk. Well, I was talking and you were interrupting me, so I was just finishing. See, I have their oaths of office here, and you're telling me to go to the county, but it doesn't show that they were registered with the county. So when everybody signed this document, like this is like basically a notarized document showing, that you took this oath in front of this person.
That's the copy I
So
have.
if the county clerk's office didn't sign it when they took the oath, who they took the oath to you?
Yes, I administered the oath to them as physician.
In which county, where can I get that document? With the county clerk?
At the Grand County Courthouse.
Okay.
So, all right, so I'll be in touch.
So as you can see, the law provides a remedy, administrative remedy, because their position that they took an oath of office has to be bonded. It's a surety, and we're a party to that. So we can file a constitutional complaint once we are able to figure out who the insurance company is. And that's what I'm trying to get in the county clerk's office for. Oh, and I forgot to mention earlier too as well, Deputy Eric Paquette is officially on the Brady's list, the Brady list as well. But let's get back into this article. Oh, and did you notice how both incidences with those women, that Sheriff Daddy Ray Allen, when he showed up on scene, and the first incident, he wanted to charge the 74-year-old without even knowing what was going on. The second incident, he didn't even question what his son was saying. But anyway, Alberg Select Board Chairman Elliot Knight supported decreasing his town's funding for the department. Quote, based on body cam footage, this is someone I don't really trust to run around with a gun and have authority, said Knight, offering 7 days his personal opinion of Corporal Allen's conduct. Unfortunately, the Alberg Select Board decided to continue funding the department and even approved an increase. And they got a lot bigger budget. So from what I understand, that's been recently discussed in a town meeting, and they're going to be possibly lowering that budget again. But anyway, so the article goes on to discuss this incident that happened with the Franklin County Sheriff that kind of made national news and headlines. Okay, the man was a Franklin County Sheriff, and he assaulted a man handcuffed behind his back twice in front of his subordinates. He had 2 missed trials, one of them Franklin County, one of them in Grand Isle County, our county. Okay, the same Grand Isle State's attorney that didn't believe that the Allen boys violated Stephen's rights. Okay, he was found to have mistrial, but let's see the coverage of WCAX on this.
Jury's charges against the Franklin County Sheriff dropped. Thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Darren Perrin.
And I'm Kiana Burks. This afternoon, the Grand Isle State's attorney said he will not attempt to try Sheriff John Grismore on assault charges for a 3rd time. Our Ike Ben David was in the courtroom both times this was brought to a jury and joins us live with the latest. Ike?
Yeah, just last week, a jury deliberated for over 17 hours without reaching a verdict, and the judge declared a mistrial for a 2nd time. Now the misdemeanor charge against Grismore has been dropped, and there will not be a 3rd trial.
The case focused on this video. Grismore was charged with simple assault for kicking Jeremy Burrows, a shackled inmate, in 2022, while Grismore was a captain with the Franklin County Sheriff's Department. Prosecutors argued the kicks were not within the accepted bounds of police use of force, amounting to assault. Grismore fought the misdemeanor charge, arguing that he was helping less experienced officers control an unruly suspect and did nothing wrong. After 2 trials, no guilty verdict, but also no acquittal.
I still hold true that I'm not guilty of committing any crime.
The prosecutor won't try the case a 3rd time. In a statement, State's Attorney Doug DeSabato said, quote, after any mistrial, I review a case and evaluate all the circumstances and decide whether another trial is a good use of public resources and is in the interests of justice. I did that here and have determined that a 3rd trial is not in the public interest. Therefore, I am dismissing the case against Mr. Grismore. But Grismore didn't leave the situation unscathed. While an impeachment probe in the legislature went nowhere, the Vermont Criminal Justice Council did vote to decertify Grismore, taking away his law enforcement powers, something Grismore still disagrees with.
The council got it wrong. I mean, that's the long and the short of it. You know, I think that with how politicized this became, it was a path of least resistance for them.
Grismore still sits as the Franklin County Sheriff, having been elected by the voters in 2022. His term is not up until 2026. When asked if he would run for re-election, he says he's still not sure yet. Kiana?
Ike, thank you.
So you can see that even though the Franklin County Sheriff can no longer be the sheriff, that because he's an elected official, he's still going to have that position or that title until 2026. Our elected officials that have the purse strings have no control of our sheriffs, who our sheriffs hire, what they spend our money on. If it's canine units, even though we don't have a canine unit and we spent $20,000 on the stuff, canine supplies, $50,000 for marine services for a boat that doesn't move, jet skis, I don't know. But if the people that have the purse strings can't tighten the purse strings because they have no authority over this sheriff's department, then it's on us to get our elected officials out, right? How do we do that? Through attacking their bond for failing to perform their duties placed upon them through their oath of office. That's the only way. No bond, no badge, no bond, no job, no public servant position. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good night.